Back at it again, everybody. Carter Moriah Trail, heading up to Mount Moriah, and then we are going to continue on and do the Carter Range and the Wildcats. So this is technically what they call the Carter Wildcat Traverse. Going to camp out up here tonight. My cousin Blake's birthday. Happy birthday, yo. Ready to go here today. Looking at about 20 miles for the whole trip, so we're probably going to do maybe 10 to 12 today and just see how it works out, and then do some kind of stealth camping. But weather's looking great, conditions look great all around, so let's see what happens on our second traverse. The first one went over pretty well, so we're going to have another run at another one here. So tackle in 6 of the 4,000 footers along this trail. But technically, I think going over about 8 or 9 summits. Don't hold me to that, but we shall be back. Here we are, 2.3 miles in on the Carter Moriah Trail on our way up to Moriah. And I had read an article that there was something called like Mount Surprise on the way up. I haven't seen any signs. I'm not saying that's where we are, but what would be a pretty cool lookout here. We're just in the fog, so not much, but the trail on the way up, super enjoyable. Some elevation, then some flat, and then you got to go downhill at a few spots, but just a really nice trail full of blueberry bushes, nice scenery, and you know, we got 30-pound packs on, so it hasn't been too daunting on our bodies yet. It's a little muggy out, but we're making our way. We're gonna get up to Moriah, probably have a snack, and then we want to get like maybe 10 to 12 miles in, maybe over to Zeta Pass, and look for a place to camp for the night and just veg out, and then do the other 10 or so miles tomorrow over the Wildcats and whatever Carters we haven't done. But we'll be back. All right, everybody, 4.1 miles in, 2 hours, 50 minutes. Here we are at the summit of Mount Moriah. Well, cousin's already there. Sounds like he's pretty close, so let's go take a peek. Again, use your own kind of app with mileage. I just use that kind of just as a basis to go. I don't know how accurate it is, but it's supposed to be 4 miles from the trailhead to the summit. And let's see what we got here. Just a beautiful day. Wow. Decent, Homer. Oh, there's the, there it is. Here we are. Number 34 of 48 for myself. Wow. 360-degree views up here. Insane. Beautiful. Wow. Over there. Yeah. Washington. Just a great day. Great day. All right, heading off summit of Mount Moriah, getting back onto the Carter Moriah Trail, and we're going to head over to Middle Carter, which is 4.6 miles away. Obviously, again, mileage. My cousin had 4.6 on his app. I had 4.2, so it falls somewhere within that mileage range. So I don't know if you're a big mileage person, or maybe you don't even keep track, whatever, but I do. So we'll see what happens along this stretch right here. If it's anything good, we will report back. Great views up here today. Just stunning weather, great temps, and I'm going to put this away so I don't fall down this cliff. Be back, everybody. All right, Carter Moriah Trail. Following the white blazes for the Appalachian Trail. Look for the rock cairns here. And just pay attention because the trail kind of branches off at a couple of locations where you could get confused. Some of them are just lookout points, but just along the way, just a great trail in general. Scenery seems to be, or the trail seems to always be changing from like exposed rock to, you know, dirt, roots, flat. So it's really enjoyable. So yeah, I wanted to just give everybody a warning that is not the hardest trail to follow, but just look for the white blazes. When you come out of Mount Moriah, you're going to come down a steep ledge, take a right onto the Carter Moriah Trail, and then follow the white blazes, and we'll be over to Middle Carter in the next few miles or so. But just in general, really awesome day. Met some other hikers along the trail that came in the other side that we're going to end on over on the Wildcat side, and it's tough getting up that side, so I'm glad we came in the way we did. But these rock cairns here are going to be your guide on the trail. And then just all along this trail, just excellent vistas and a nice day, nice breeze, beautiful. All right, 5.5 miles in or so, we know we're on the right path because we're going to be going past this Imp campsite, which is 0.7 away. So Carter Moriah Trail, which is the Appalachian Trail, follow the white blazes. Two things to take note is there is no water on this trail. That's very important. Look at your resources, look at your map, do your research to find out where the water is. I hear there is some at Imp, so we'll check that out when we get there. And then also be careful because it's all just exposed rock on the way over, so it's difficult to get down. We've slid a couple of times. You don't want to get yourself injured, so take that into consideration. So we're all on our way, loving our time, loving the trail. Beautiful day. Great day for a birthday.
Look at her.
What is she doing?
Having a mud bath.
She's having a mud bath. Let's get a look at Noma over here in the tub.
Oh.
Good girl. Having a spa day on your birthday, because it's Noma's birthday too. She's 2 years old today. All right, so we'll probably report back when we get to the campsite. We're not sleeping there, but it's just as a landmark, so we know we're on the right track. Talk to you soon. 6.4 miles in, some signage here. North Carter, 1.9 miles away. You head over North Carter. Then we'll hit Middle Carter, and then there's South Carter, and then Carter Dome to complete the Carter range. So we're going to be looking for some place to stealth camp somewhere in that neck of the woods, but took a chance to stop here. My cousin Blake bit the bullet to run down to Imp campsite to see if there's a water source. He's just more sprite and more faster than me, so I'm only going to slow him down. So he took him and Sonoma down there to see if they could grab some water. It's very scarce out here, and I'm not saying it's hot, but it is, you know, it's a bit muggy. We're definitely drinking and consuming more water than most trails that we've been on. So take caution when you're up here. The water source is very rare. So pack enough, use it sparingly. That way you don't run out. There is more along the way. This is just one stretch here. There isn't a whole bunch, but there's a couple of huts on our way over past the Carters and over the Wildcats. So there's more water that way. But for right now, we want to make sure that we have enough. So I'm just at a pass here waiting for Blake to come back. I'm going to take a short break here and sit down and personally thank him for going down there to take a peek. I just would slow him down. So, all right. We'll get back to you when we get over to Middle Carter, which is a 4,000 footer. And if there's anything interesting along the way, we'll be sure to make a video. Making our way up what I hope is the final ascent to North Carter. Rock scrambles, rock climbing, virtually just relentless to get up here. And this last stretch from that last video where it was 1.9 to North Carter really is gonna beat you up for sure. This trail is rated as strenuous, and I'm gonna go ahead and agree with that. Take that into account. This is not something you want to start on. Start small and get to this point. Middle Carter is going to be number 35 for me, and I'm just at the point now where, you know, I know that I can do this. It's definitely taking its toll on me, but I'll get there. Looking forward to getting somewhere to camp and setting up and relaxing. So we will be back soon. Just passed over North Carter Mountain. There was some people there having some lunch, and I didn't really want to film a video and kind of disrupt them or whatever, but not much to see up there. Completely just covered with trees, so no views, nothing spectacular. Now we're making our way over to the one that counts for our list of 48, which is Middle Carter. It's about a mile away or so, give or take. And the climb up to North Carter was just so strenuous. I actually had to take a break, get some water, and grab a snack because I thought I was going to pass out. I was getting kind of lightheaded, but feeling much better now. Up on the ridge here, not that bad of a walk. So we'll get you when we get over to Middle Carter. All right, here we are. Middle Carter. Don't be fooled. Very easy to walk right past that. Luckily, we saw some other hikers and they told us where to look, so we know we're on the right path, and there is pretty much nothing to see up here, but let's go take a walk over here. And there's a little lookout right here. Partial views. And there we go. Number 35 of 48. And now we'll head over to South Carter. And from there, we're going to start kind of looking for places to stealth camp. We'll be back. South Carter, here we are. I got us at 9.8 miles. My cousin Blake on his Relive app has us at 10.4. I'm going with him. I think that his is much more accurate than mine for some reason. But there's nothing up here. This is a no frills type of summit. Some views over along the way, which I think has been one of the better parts about this trail is, you know, you're in some tree line, and then you just come out and you just get some amazing views along the way. So the terrain is always changing. It's not always the same, which is nice. It gives you a little break, and then you're going up or you're going down. Nice change in the action. So not a lot here. We're going to take a look at the map, start looking for places to do some stealth camping, and then call it a day. And then hopefully only have, you know, potentially only an 8 or a 9 mile walk out tomorrow, but we'll be back. In or around 11 miles or so, hiking maybe 8 hours or so. Again, I don't hike your hike. Don't listen to my miles and my hours. Come out here, have a good time, and don't worry about things like that. But we decided we're gonna find a place around here to see if we can't find some stealth camping to do, and then get up in the morning, hit Carter Dome, and then over to the Wildcat. So 3 summits today. Well, more summits, but 3 that count. So that's nice. It's a cool little bench here to sit on if you guys are ever coming up this way. And we're still on the Carter Moriah Trail until we get over to the Wildcats. I will report back when camp is established. for tonight's dinner. Pasta primavera. Sounds yummy. I think no, Sonoma wants some. Stealth camping here. Found ourselves a nice plot of land. All set up. Weather's calling for a little bit of rain, possibly tomorrow, so keeping that in mind. I'm over here on the first floor. Let's go see how Blake is shaping up over here on the second floor. There's a stealth fire pit here. Come on over. And let's see what we got here. Over on the second floor, Blake's got himself set up hammock style with a tarp for the rain. It's bug net over there. And he's got a spot for Sonoma to sleep underneath there. So we're all set up. We've got some, I've got some pasta primavera cooking. We got Louisiana red beans and rice here coming up next. Blake just forgot his spoon, so there's only one spoon.
I'm gonna make one.
Which I told him he could use, but he's gonna whittle one out of beechwood that he found. So we'll get that going tonight. Small fire possibly, and maybe a search for water, maybe not. We think we should be good until tomorrow, but all in all, happy with where we're at. Good morning, day 2 everybody. Heading up to Mount Height, which isn't on the list, and you actually technically don't have to hit it on this trail, but we heard the views are amazing, and we think hopefully by the time we get there, maybe that the sun burns off some of this overcast, because right now it's not looking too good. But all cleaned up over here. Always try to leave no trace when you're out here camping, so pretty proud of the job we did. Definitely a miserable night's sleep. I opted not to go with the sleeping bag and just bring a blanket, and that proved to be a pretty chilly night for me. So from now on, sleeping bag. So over to Mount Height, off to Carter Dome, and then into the Notch, and then up over the Wildcats, and then out. Probably looking like a 9-mile day or so, and we'll let you guys know how it goes. All right, here we are at the top of Mount Height, H-I-G-H-T, and if you talk to some people, they're going to tell you that this is one of the best views in the Whites, even though it's not on the official 4,000 footer list. Some clouds and some wind, but temps are great, climbing conditions are great, but you can bypass this. This is out of the way before you get to Carter Dome, but on a nice day, come on up. All right, quick little trip there up to Mount Height. Definitely worth it, I think. Weather related, I guess. If it's the weather is there, I say take it. Short walk over from Mount Height over here to this signage here that says Carter Dome Point 4, and that's where we're going. And then we're going down into the Notch to the AMC hut to get some water, and then up into the Wildcats, and then over to the Pinkham Notch Visitor Center where we spotted a car, and then home. So stay tuned. Okay, here we are at Carter Dome, and there's no views up here, nothing to see. Probably just a good place to have a snack and veg out, but really not a lot. So we kind of want to get working over to the Wildcats and take in some of the, well, hopefully some of the views over there. So here we are, number 37 of 48 for myself, and continue on to the hut, get some water, up the Wildcats, and then we're out. Stay tuned. Well, that's a wrap for the Carter Moriah trail. We're all done. We're going to be picking up the Wildcat Ridge Trail, going over the Wildcats, and then back to the car. We're going to hit the hut. It's only 0.1 away. We need to fill up on some water, and I just want to be very clear on this last portion of the Moriah Trail coming out off of Carter Dome. It is relentless. I don't know how people go up it. I struggled going down it. So extremely difficult. The rocks are wet too, so that didn't help us out very much. So we're gonna go over to the hut, see what's going on over there. Nice little spot here to have a snack or let your dog take a soak. But not much we can see right now. It's completely socked in here in the notch, but we will report back. Alrighty, just took a brief stop at the Carter Notch hut, filled up some water, which we were all completely out of. Came up the Wildcat Ridge Trail, and now we have Wildcat Mountain PK 0.7 away, over to the notch where we parked 5.7 miles. So there's 4 Wildcats, A, B, C, and D, and A and D count for the 4,000 footers, but to get to D, you got to go over B and C, obviously. So we'll see how long it takes us. And, you know, that 0.7, I'm sure that that's not going to be very friendly. That's probably going to go straight up. So we'll see what happens, and we'll get back to you. Coming up the trail here to get up to Wildcat A, and it's definitely been pretty strenuous. Save your energy. Take a nice break before you start heading up here. Supposedly 0.7. It's a long 0.7. But this section doesn't actually look too bad compared to what we just did, so be prepared. It's not fun. Not easy. Okay, so we made it up here to Wildcat A. There is a viewpoint, but that's not what I want to show you. There's no views anyway, so this one is so hidden, everybody. So hidden. So you can't see this, and luckily a passerby clued me into where it is, because I would have walked right past it. But as you can see, here is the actual summit of Wildcat A. And it's a real trip. It really is. And I think a lot of people think when, you know, you come out here to do the 48, it's always like spectacular views. And that's not true. I would say a lot of them are little to no views out here. So be prepared for that. It's not always going to be a stunning experience. There are some that are just kind of boring. So this isn't a bucket list mountain. I wouldn't think just do it to get it off the list, but that's it. You're seeing it right there. Now we got to go over B and C to get to D, and then we're out of here. Stay tuned. All right, guys, my bad. I think I'm just so winded and tired, but if you can see up in the clouds there, there's actually a tower up there, and that is Wildcat D. That made 39 of 48 for me. And the walk from Wildcat A to D is definitely strenuous. Takes a lot out of you. That's not a rookie move right there. Be prepared for that one, and you're definitely going to want to work your way up to that. But we're here in the trail back to the Pinkham Notch hut. Is very wet and very slippery, so probably not ideal for the dog today. So we're going to just walk down one of the ski trails and then just walk back up to the hut and then head on home. So that's it for right now. We'll see you on the way out.